Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye.
In 1999, The Matrix dropped. Thomas Anderson is a bored programmer by day, and Neo a hacker by night. One night, he wakes up because his computer starts talking to him, telling him to follow the White Rabbit. He follows it to a club, awkwardly lurks on the sidelines, and meets Trinity, who says she knows the question he's been asking: what is the Matrix? He wakes up again, late for work. His boss is straight out of The Incredibles.
I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy.
He drones on about punctuality and being an important cog in a machine. Then, Neo gets a mysterious phone call and a bunch of suits show up. He panics, following the voice on the phone out the window, but he's too afraid to climb down. Instead, he's captured by these agents. We meet Agent Smith, who's all, "Look, punk, we know you're a hacker." Neo flips him the bird, gets all melty mouth, and then they shove a creepy robotic bug into his belly button. Who are these guys? Neo wakes up again, thinking it was all a dream. Trinity finds him. They remove the bug with kind of a vacuum food processor thingy, and she takes him to meet Morpheus, a guy standing by a window in the most melodramatic lightning crash scene ever. Morpheus offers him the famous red pill, blue pill choice. Blue, and you go back to normal. Red, and you see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Neo chooses the truth, and then things get gooey. The mirror he touches turns into a silver-like goo, and he wakes up in a pod covered in a real goo-like goo. He looks like a hairless mole rat, and we see him in a giant field of human pods. He has some fun sliding naked down a slippy slide. Who hasn't? Morpheus's ship rescues him.
Welcome to the real world.
Here things are dingy and old. He meets the crew of the Nebuchadnezzar. They show him what's happened, that a long war between humans and AI darkened the sky. Now robots have taken over and have enslaved almost everyone, using them as batteries. And the agents, they're programs that hunt down those that have unplugged. The crew feeds him some gross mush, more goo, dress him in funky hand-knit sweaters, and teach him kung fu. Well, actually, they upload kung fu directly into his brain. Hold on, wrong one. He spars with Morpheus with some hard falls and floating sky kicks. I think that's what they're called. Morpheus believes Neo is the one, a prophesied savior that will free everyone. Neo's not so sure. They visit the Oracle, a chain-smoking grandma who makes cookies. She tells him that he's not the one. Well, kind of. Meanwhile, Cypher, one of their own, is sick of the snot like oatmeal and dreams of steak and a comfy life back in the Matrix. He betrays them, helping the agents to spring a trap for the crew.
Ignorance is bliss.
The betrayal leads to the agents crashing in on everyone.
The great Morpheus. We meet at last.
Morpheus has an epic bathroom fight with Agent Smith. Probably my favorite bathroom fight of all time. Well, except for that Tom Cruise, Henry Cavill one in Mission Impossible. That's so cool. Then there's also the Daniel Craig one in Casino Royale, and Harry and Ron against that troll. That's fun. Jack Reacher in the bathtub. Sin City. Psycho, does that count? Jim Carrey, Pulp Fiction, Terminator, Jason Bourne, Austin Powers.
Who does number 2 work for?
Well, let's just say that Morpheus's fight scene is one of the best. Anyway, Morpheus is held captive by the irritable Agent Smith, who gives one of his best lines.
Human beings are a disease, a cancer of this planet. You are a plague, and we are the cure.
Neo knows he's not the one, but he decides to rescue Morpheus anyway. So, he needs
Guns. Lots of guns.
Neo and Trinity storm in and start a slow-mo cartwheeling shootout that includes lots of shattering tiles, plus a really cool kick. I mean, come on, this is awesome. They zip up an elevator shaft and then Neo does his most famous move, where he dodges bullets, bends backwards as they fly by. I mean, it's iconic. For decades, you saw it everywhere. I mean, we've all tried it, right? Set up a camera and recorded ourselves bending backwards and, right? I mean, back to the movie. Trinity then kind of real quick watches a YouTube tutorial in her brain about how to fly a helicopter, and they swoop up and rescue Morpheus. Then they fly around the city for a bit, just kind of hanging out. Apparently Trinity didn't watch the tutorial on landing the helicopter. Neo does more cool stuff and everyone escapes out of the Matrix, except for him. He faces off with Agent Smith. Then they get into one of the best fights in history with lots of throwing, rapid-fire punches and a really cool standoff. We also learn that Neo really wants to be known by his online handle.
My name is Neo.
Smith keeps coming, finally chasing down Neo. Smith shoots him point blank and Neo slumps down to the floor, dead. Back in the real world, Trinity confesses her love to Neo, whispers in his ear, and kisses him. Neo comes back to life because of love or something. Now he can control the Matrix, literally seeing the code. He's the one. He can do anything. He stops bullets and sends the agents flying with a kick. Is it just me, or does he hold this pose for just one awkward second too long? He jumps into Smith, blowing him up, and then flexes again, holding an epic pose. Finally, at the end, Neo warns the machines that they suck big time, and he's going to wake everybody up, then flies away. Okay, so that's the Matrix.